What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and CreateSpace. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. This video is entitled Even a Boss Has a Boss. See, I've been hearing ever since Rick Ross came out saying boss. Everybody, I keep hearing people want to be a boss. Boss. I feel like Hugo right now. Anybody knows the clothing reference, right? The truth is, even a boss has a boss. You can't, everybody thinks I'm running stuff. No, you're really not. You can be an entrepreneur. This is my business. This is your business. You're the boss of your business. But there's going to be somebody that's going to distribute that you basically got to take orders from. See, you're going to say, no. See, I give them my money and they give me their product and blah, 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 blah. They're going to tell you what you can handle and what you can't handle. So they're going to give to you what they feel you can handle. They're going to slowly bring you along to see how much you can actually do, like a boss would. So even if you're an entrepreneur and you have a business, you have a boss. If you're an entrepreneur, you got to go to a bank for capital. The bank's your boss. You can have the plan in your head, but you ain't got the money to execute. So guess what? You need a boss financially to pay for it. So though you're making these moves, somebody invested in you. So your investor is your boss. See, even a boss has a boss. See, people talk about, I don't want to take orders from anybody. Let's see, say you're an artist, comedian, musician. I don't have a boss. You're lying. Because if you don't make your dates, you're not able to be hired. You're a contractor, yes, but somebody hires you for specific dates. That's your boss. Your job is to come and do what you normally do because you're a contract worker. You have a specific skill set. So you're the boss of your skill set. But you still have a date and time to be somewhere to get a job done. And if you don't get that job done, word's going to get around you can't do the job and people won't hire you, even as an independent contractor. So even as a boss, you going to have a boss. This is America. Don't think the president doesn't have a boss, because he does. Whether it be corporations, whether it be a council of people who you would think individually they may rank beneath him, but collectively they're his boss. Look, you can't, checks and balances. This is what America's about, checks and balances, which means there are going to be other bosses at the table saying, okay, if it ain't good for everybody, we can't do it. So you might want to be a boss and do what you want to do, but if it ain't good for everybody, all of us collectively ain't gonna say it's good, so we ain't doing it. That means even the boss has a boss. A lot of you cats relive in the streets. Oh man, I ain't have a boss. I bought work. What? So you didn't have a responsibility to who you caught from? If you shorted your connect, it was just whatever? No consequences because you a boss? That's what you're saying? You had the money for the transaction, but you didn't get to say what you will and will not do. Yeah, I want this amount and I ain't giving you nothing because I'm a boss. Don't work like that. Matter of fact, I'm saying? I'm going to get this on consignment and I ain't going to pay you back a dime because I'm a boss. Oh, okay. Let's see how well that go. you know. But it's the ideology, you know. Everybody's a boss. And the reason I say that is because with that ideology, you start respecting people in a sense of hierarchies. I'm here, so if I believe a person is here, you know, I'll treat them like they're beneath me because I'm a boss. Bosses get got by normal people who are normally by people who are quote unquote beneath them. This is why they have that old saying, everybody you see going to the top, you're going to see them same people going down. So be careful what you say and do to people, because you on your rise to being a boss, you be a jerk if you want to, because when you come down from that, your position is lower now. And the same people that you thought was beneath you wind up above you. The first shall be last and the last shall be first. And now, you ain't that much of a boss no more. See, if you're a real boss, let me tell you what you know. If you're a real boss, you know it's good to have a good reputation as a boss of your own affairs and as a boss of other people, because a good reputation can help you in ways that that calling yourself a boss can't. Because when you are in a position of power, if you're still benevolent, that goes way further than I'm gonna exercise my power because I'm a boss. No. You're gonna get your head chopped off the minute somebody gets the opportunity. Because what goes around comes around, even for a boss. So don't believe that, you know, you're a boss, but you don't have a boss. That's bull. Because life is competitive. And what I mean by that, life being competitive, is this. There are various industries in life. You can have a name for yourself, but there are other people in your same industry that has a name for themselves too. Like Steve Jobs was a boss, but you remember he got kicked out of Apple at some point. So even a boss has a boss. When the man get kicked out of his own company, that should let you know something. You know. But we don't think of it like that. Papa John's got kicked out of his own company, if I ain't mistaken. Donald Sterling got kicked out of the NBA, and he was the owner. You can't do that if you're the boss. That could never happen, right? But this is the reality about being a boss. Even a boss has a boss. You know, y'all like to make all these mafia references. Even in those movies, there was a round table, a council. Even a boss has a boss. You know, and a round table kind of signifies like King Arthur and his men. Even the boss has a boss. We walk around as Christians talking about Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. But guess what? Jesus is the Son of God. So if you look at Jesus as a boss, even the boss has a boss. And even in some aspects, God himself put duties in other people's hands. You ain't understand. So even the boss had to defer. I can't do this. You got to do it. So even when a boss entrusts you with, if a boss who has no bosses has to entrust you with doing something, you in a de facto way become the boss, and the weight of that is very heavy. You get what I'm saying? Because everybody wants to be the boss and everybody wants to be the king, but everybody wants to wear the crown, but everybody don't want to hold a weight. See, we're immature with this ideology that everybody's a boss. That's just unfettered access to just bosshood. You know, if you're a boss, your crew is counting on you. So in some ways, more ways than not, a boss makes you a servant. You're in a position that people depend on you. So you're actually working for them. And there is no excuse that you can't provide for them. As a matter of fact, you got to provide for them so well that when you slip as a boss, you still provide for them when you slipping. So you got to think ahead. So even a boss has a boss. You know, though your employees' kids are your boss because they gotta eat. If you a boss, this is a it's the circle of life, Simba. You know, but I'm done with this one. Like, share, subscribe. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.